Sorry, it's been a little while, but here we have it. I've about 90% done with this vehicle. Here's our interior. I went with carpeting, shifters, you can see I left the interior flooring white. I actually came to the decision that, well, I was not going to paint the vehicle. There she is. I went back and forth, and I really wasn't quite sure what color I was going to go with. I went out and I had bought myself some tester spray paint, and the sheer size of this vehicle, being winter, where I live, it was quite cold and I didn't really have the freedom or a spray booth to paint something of this vehicle. The size, that is. Small pieces that were easy to paint. So as I was prepping this vehicle for paint, I began to really like the matte white finish that I was getting. And the fender flares had a little gloss to them, and they actually were very nice type of conditioning. The molds that they had used made these really nice. So round and round I went. Do I want to paint it? Do I not want to paint it? I ultimately decided to keep it white. Now, the particular paint that I was using was a Tester's lens paint. I had a red and amber color. That particular paint is not very good. I don't know if it was just old or what the deal was, but after placing a coat and another coat, and it took several coats, and it kind of really made it difficult to actually then remount these. And I had them on the front amber, and ultimately just took the paint off and just said to myself, well, I'm gonna just leave them clear. I think it looks nice. And the size, I just left them, threw in the towel on that, but came out pretty good. The body, I have to say, is truly incredible as to when you're putting this all together. It's really quite the puzzle. And the pieces and how this all goes together. What do you think there, huh? That came out all right? There's still work to be done. As you can see back here, even with the new chassis rails, you're going to have to notch. You're going to have to cut and notch this out so you can fit into the back of the rig. As you can see here, these points, those notches will go around where these bolts, these screw holes are located. As you can see all around the windows, painted everything. Try to give it as though in some spots you could see a little bleeding there. That's blue, maybe. A little touch up, clean up. Let's see the interior. I hand painted that interior. This is the color scheme I went with. Doors. Show you what that looks like. These doors have an assist, a little tiny magnet. I don't know if it's gonna show up there. Tiny little magnets. And the opposite side, there's a little hole where you would then place another magnet. What you have to be careful of is that these two magnets they come with, they're opposing, negative and positive. And it's very easy to not realize or just kind of have it flip around on you very easily, and next thing you know, you've gone and glued them in. And when you go to shut your doors, you come to realize these aren't quite shutting right, and that's because the magnets are pushing apart, and you'll have to come up with a way to pull those apart. What I ultimately did was make a little cut on the side and pop the magnet out, re-glued, and that was that. Underneath the vehicle, oh, just push these mirrors in, just didn't break anything accidentally. Let's talk about right inside this slot here. There's another one here, the lower half. There's a plastic tab that's sticking out behind the dashboard. You say to yourself, how do I get this to be screwed in? And under the hood, you could see the two holes there, where there's slit openings. Now what I found to work best was to start the screws into the dashboard, leaving a few millimeters or so. And as you saw from under the hood there, then slide the screws in and push the entire dashboard upward. Kind of pops up and kind of reaches. And I can't really show you. Well, let's get this door open. All the way up here. Get my finger right in there. There's a cut in the dashboard, and it kind of cuts up and jogs down. And since you have those screws already inside those little holes, and as you're pushing the dashboard up, this will pop into place and kind of have those screws already preset. Otherwise, they don't quite line up on the back side in order to just try to simply screw them in. And yeah, that's what I found to be the easiest way to mount this dashboard. Now if you look just above that little mark right there, those little black dot, that's the windshield wiper. Little plugs, when they pop through, on this side anyways, it's just above the dashboard. So you're gonna have to take and hit a little Dremel and knock that little piece off. The opposite side is not there, you can't see it, it's underneath the dash. Either way, I knocked both of them off. And yeah, leave it, just left it at that. My steering column, I left it white to go with the interior. Let's throw that interior inside real quick. Now, if you look here, you see these particular holes here. They're going to coincide with these on the interior. Here and here, and they're going to push inward. I'm not going to screw them in just yet, but I will. Just put it together briefly and throw it on the body, on the chassis, I'm sorry. Alright, they're inside. And they fit. Now I had to, just right out the gate here, wasn't really thinking too far forward. I'm thinking I might have to pull these side windows out. If I have them in there, you can't get to anything. Although, if you leave them in there, at least with the sunroof, moonroof, you know, everything inside is sealed up. At least you won't lose anything. And it'll always keep the interior clean. So that's kind of nice. Let's set this baby on the chassis. Well, there she sits. Very nice. Bumper, everything sits in real nice. You can see how well everything is centered with that whole new chassis that they have you purchase for $20. And I gotta say, fellas, this is just really, I mean, this is so nice. That weight up top, you can just feel it. I mean, I don't have to worry about trying to lower the whole vehicle. I think when you see it in person, it's really incredible. Just about perfect. It's got a real nice. You can just see how nice these wheels are going to enter into the wheel wells. Start doing some crawling. You know, there might be some rubbing going on. That's all right. Figure it out. You know, my whole theory, just having weight, it kind of falls into place here, man. This has truly got some serious weight to it. Show you what the other side looks like. Brother's door is popping open. Looks pretty good. If I'm not mistaken, don't quote me, but these characters are like 7 or 8 inches. They fit in here real nice. As you can see, plenty of room for the legs. They're definitely not too small. And I would not call them way too big as well. Pretty nice. Now that's what we've got. Still haven't got myself a cell phone mount. But, soon enough. Either way, thanks again for watching. And yeah, this rig is beautiful. Can't wait to get it together. I did order a steering servo, and next thing you know, I get a message from eBay. They're not in stock. I'm like, well, that's great. So that was a nice little delay. But that's what we're going to be running. This has got a little weight to it too. So that ought to really, right now it's looking a little tail heavy. I think once that motor's in front, it's going to pull the front down, definitely. Might have to replace those springs. Go back to the actual original ones. I don't know. The way it's sitting right now, though, it's definitely real nice. Alright. Well, thanks again for watching. We'll talk to you soon, and I'll have maybe an update, and we'll talk a little bit more about the negatives that I've come across with this body. Till then, take care. We'll talk to you soon.